This video is going to go out to Ariel 1816. First of all, I wanted to ask you, why a purple bedspread? Was that a gift given to you? Was it something you just particularly picked out? Kind of like to know that. You actually had a dog in your video. Do you still have the dog? What type of dog is it? What's its name? I'd love to know. Okay. Another question I'd like to ask is, at the time you were a senior in college, what did you major in? More importantly, did you get a job? What kind of a job did you get? Did you acquire a whole bunch of student loans? Have you been able to pay them off? Are you still in debt with them? Kind of like to know that. Anyway, the first thing you said was you had recommended rateyourprofessor.com. Well, when I was in college 20 years ago, and yes, I actually went to college myself, they didn't exactly have rateyourprofessor.com. Had they had that, it would have become really handy for me. It really would have. And I'm sorry they didn't back then, but at least now they do, and so that's a good thing. If I had had it, maybe I would have dumped a couple of college professors of my own. Anyway. Now, you had actually recommended half.com. I disagree. 100%. And that's because it's affiliated with eBay. Now here's the problem. The problem is the sellers may be honest people and actually send you the book once you send them the cash. Or they could be fraudulent and you send them the cash and you never get the book. Bad idea. A better idea is to go to alibris.com. A-L-I-B-R-I-S. As a matter of fact, now that I do tutoring here on YouTube, a lot of times I will order books from alibris.com to help me out with the tutoring. So alibris.com is a much better idea than half.com. I can tell you that right now. Now, I'm surprised. Here you are, a senior in college in your video, and you don't know about the International Standards book number? Really? Come on. ISBN stands for International Standard Book Number. I'm surprised you didn't know that. A senior in college doesn't know this. If you're going to talk about ISBN, make sure you know what the acronym stands for. Anyway, you go on and you say buy books that have already been highlighted. Bad idea. I'll tell you the reason why. Because they may have highlighted sections of that book that have nothing to do with what you're doing in your class. Okay, remember, you may be getting these books from people that actually live in another state, who have taken a different college class. They may have had a different instructor. The different instructor may have emphasized different things. Very bad idea. Okay, because now you've already got this book highlighted. You got this teacher, he's trying to tell you other things to highlight, so now you're highlighting other things and it makes the book just that much worse. Try to have as few highlights as you can in the book. If you have to, you take notes, but don't buy books that are already highlighted, and more importantly, don't stand there and highlight the book yourself, because whoever this book's going to go to next may not get the same things out of it as you did. Bad idea. Another bad idea is, oh, well, my boyfriend and I are sharing the same class. Let me tell you something, even if it's a married couple, it's still a bad idea for you guys to share a book. Really? What happens if your relationship suddenly breaks up? Even marriages can break up. But now you're talking about boyfriend and girlfriend, or a couple of friends, you have a falling out, you're screwed. Oh no. You make sure to get your own book. No, 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 no. There's too much of a chance of a human relationship breaking up. You don't want that kind of trouble. Alright? I will agree with you, though, when it comes to night classes. I always prefer the night classes over the day classes. The reason for that is usually when you have a night class, you have older people. They're more sophisticated. They're more refined. You don't have to deal with people of your own age most of the time. Very good idea. I agree with that. Now, as for appearances and clicks, let me tell you something. If your college professor is trying to get you to appear as though you were going to appear in a workplace, that could be a very big thing. You may want to dress up so that you give a great impression to your teachers. Now, when it came to me in science and technology, I didn't have to go through all that appearance garbage. Because when you're working at a D-Pro lab, your appearance is not that big a deal. However, in other fields, appearance is everything. So yes, you want to appear professional enough that you can impress your instructor. Okay? And also, when you talk about, there's not clique groups, hogwash. When you're dealing with fraternities and sororities, you got clique groups. And you're either in them or you're not. And so, if you're trying to get in them, your appearance is going to be everything. Alright? If you're not trying to get any clique groups, your appearance is nothing. It doesn't matter. But let me tell you something. You try to get in those clique groups, and yes, it matters big time. And yes, a lot of the things that you experienced in high school continue on into college. So I definitely disagree with you on that one. But as for me, my personal recommendation is, if you're going to college nowadays, don't worry about those fraternities and sororities. Skip them. Okay? If you want a high recommendation from me, my recommendation to you is to get your appearance so that your instructor is impressed. Don't worry about those cliques in college, and they really do exist. There are real cliques in college. But if you really want to impress somebody, impress your instructor. That would be my recommendation, because it's your instructor that's going to give you a good shot at getting a good paying job. They can write you a letter of recommendation that could be invaluable to you. So that's my recommendation. Impress your instructor, not them cliques. Because those cliques may abandon you, but your instructor will not. Usually. Like I said, there are bad instructors, but most of them are very, very good, and they can write letters of recommendation, and that's something you really need to strive for. Another thing I can actually recommend is you come over to my channel and you learn some of the stuff I have here. Why? Because if you learn the stuff I have, you could proficiency out of a bunch of your classes, which could save you a lot of time and a lot of aggravation. So, there you go. There you have it. There's my response to you. And to anybody else who wants to listen, that's fine. Listen to this. Alright. I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.